As I'm sure most of you know, in just 5 short days, Season 18 is launching, along with Arc 3.0. And being that Arc is the main focus of the upcoming season, Arc weapons are going to dominate the field. The weapons I'm about to show you will not only obliterate adds, but now that we know the upcoming artifact mods for this season, they're going to be extremely effective against champions as well. If you find any of this content useful or entertaining, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. Since Bungie just released all the champion mods in the latest TWAB, we now know exactly what weapons we need to use in order to dominate the field with champions. One of the first mods that you can pick up is Overload Bows, and to go along with that mod, the Arsenic Bite is going to be a top tier choice for this next season. Being that you can get Dragonfly and Explosive Head on this bow at the same time is absolutely insane, and it's going to help you out so much in higher tier content. You'll be able to one-shot red bars in just about any level of content. Once you get to GMs, it might be a 1 or a 2 shot, but it's still an insanely fast time to kill. It's also incredibly easy to stun overload champions with a bow because every single shot is an overload shot. Another mod that you can get is Unstoppable Pulse Rifles, and my top tier choice for an arc weapon would be Insidious. The Insidious Pulse Rifle is going to be absolutely insane for a few reasons. Starting with the roll that you can get stats for all and one for all. Just by hitting 3 separate targets, and you can just land 1 bullet on each, you get an insane boost to damage, handling, and reload speed. So you're honestly going to be firing this thing non-stop. And pairing it with that Unstoppable Pulse Rifle mod, you're going to be destroying champions with this thing. Another reason why this gun is going to be so good is because it's craftable. So if you go play the Vow of the Disciple raid and you get 5 red bars, which the raid's been out for like 6 months now, so I'm sure most of you do have these already, you can just go jump into the Shiro-Chi checkpoint or whatever you want to do and level it up and get these 2 perks. And you don't have to get the enhanced perk because it only increases the duration by a minor amount, so there's not even a point to doing that. Next up, you can get anti-barrier scout rifles. Now, there's only 2 arc scout rifles that you can go for, but the contingency plan is definitely the one you want to pick. First off, it just automatically has a rapid fire frame integrated into it, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. You can automatically equip a minor spec or whatever you want to equip on it, and you don't have to worry about it. Another reason why contingency plan is super good is because of its perks. It has one for all and subsistence. Just by getting a kill, you're going to get 10% to 17% of the magazine back. Also, by getting one for all, hitting 3 separate targets increases your damage output by 35% for a few seconds. That means you're going to be able to do ridiculous damage to champs and majors. Now, if you decide that you don't want to use the Scout Rifle Anti-Barrier mod, you can also use the Auto Rifle Anti-Barrier mod, and my number 1 pick for that would be the Sweet Sorrow Auto Rifle, for a few reasons. 1, it's in the Arc Energy type, which is perfect for this upcoming season. 2, it's craftable, and 3, the perks are great. The best part about this gun is that it's craftable, so you can get the exact roll that you want. So just like the Insidious, you're going to want to go for stats for all and one for all. Getting an increase to your damage output and a few other stats is going to make you super quick with this weapon, and not to mention, this gun has a 52 round magazine, so you're going to be shredding through champs and majors and adds and all sorts of things like that without having to worry about reloading hardly ever. Now let's move on to the special and heavy weapons that pair well with the champion mods this season. First up, we have Unstoppable Shotguns, and there's 2 that I would recommend. First up, I would recommend the Sudden Death, and it's for one main reason. It's the perks that it can get. It can get Slide Shot and Wellspring. With Slide Shot, you can just run around and slide, and you never have to worry about reloading again, which is a huge deal with shotguns because they tend to be pretty slow. Then you can run Wellspring, which allows you to get a little bit of ability energy every single time you get a kill, which is a super big deal in GMs and high-level content because you want to be constantly throwing out those abilities. My next pick for the shotgun category is Found Verdict, and it's for the same reasons that I picked the Sudden Death. It's the perks. Having Slide Shot, again, is super good, and then the nice thing about the Found Verdict is you can get 2 other perks that would be really good. And I think Found Verdict is possibly better than a Sudden Death for one reason, and it's just the last perk column. Instead of Wellspring, you can get 1-2 Punch or Demolitionist. With Demolitionist, you can get grenade energy after every single kill, and when you throw your grenade, you're going to be reloading the entire gun. And then you can get 1-2 Punch, which is super good, especially for Titans and most likely for Hunters this next coming season. Mainly for Titans because of that Shoulder Charge. Shoulder Charge is incredibly good in high-end content, and so to increase the damage output by like 200 to 300% with 1-2 Punch is absolutely crazy. And then Hunters can also use this perk because with their slide melee, they're going to send a Rift of Arc Energy towards the champion and do a bunch of damage that way. It could also be good with Warlocks, but we're not really sure how their new melee works yet, so I can't say for sure on that one. The next mod you can select for champs this season is Overload LMGs, and for this slot, I would recommend a Fine Memorial. Again, for the perks, you get Clown Cartridge and Demolitionist. Being able to laser a boss with the full magazine is super, super important, and you can do it 2 times with Demolitionist. All you gotta do is unload the entire magazine once and then throw your grenade and it'll auto-load for you. This also pairs nicely with Clown Cartridge, auto-loading, or Field Prep, whichever one you want to choose. They're all really, really good perks. And the last champion mod for this season is going to be Anti-Barrier Sniper Rifles, and I gotta recommend the Adored for this. It's super, super easy to get. All you gotta do is go to the kiosk in between the vaults and pick it up. And then you have a really, really good gun that's going to have crazy good perks and do a lot of damage next season. Triple Tap and Vorpal is a really, really good perk combination because Triple Tap allows you to gain an extra bullet after rapidly landing precision shots, so you should be able to shoot around 6 or 7 times without reloading when the magazine says you only have 4 bullets. On top of that, you have Vorpal, which is a big increase to damage against majors and bosses, making this sniper super, super potent in any tier content that you want to run it with. Those are my recommendations for weapons this season if you want to just obliterate champions and make high tier content super, super easy. If you found any of this content entertaining or useful, hit that subscribe button and leave a like down below. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day, Guardians.